So, House Targaryen have a tradition. They place a dragon egg into the cradle of a newborn Targaryen. The hope is that the dragon inside this egg will bond with this infant and the dragon will hatch and it'll all be great and they'll be besties and one day that Targaryen will become a dragon rider. But it doesn't always work out that way. I'm going to tell you the story of little Laena Velaryon. Not this Laena, not her, not the rider of Vhagar. This is a different Laena. The first Laena's granddaughter. This second Laena Velaryon is Baela's daughter. She named her firstborn after her mother. Now, after the Dance of the Dragons, it was nice to have a bit of peace and quiet. Some newborn kids coming into the family. Just nice. And this tradition of putting the dragon eggs into the cradles continued. And it was probably more important now than it ever had been before, because after the Dance of the Dragons, so many dragons were lost. So a lot was riding on these dragon eggs. The belief was if we put it in the cradle, we're going to better our chances. They're going to bond. But it did not happen for little Laena. I'm going to read the excerpt directly from Fire and Blood that describes what went down. The first omen of the dark times to come was seen on Driftmark when the dragon egg presented to Laena Velaryon upon her birth quickened and hatched. Her parents' pride and pleasure quickly turned to ash, however. The dragon that wriggled from the egg was a monstrosity, a wingless worm, maggot white and blind. Within moments of hatching, the creature turned upon the babe in her cradle and tore a bloody chunk from her arm. As Laena shrieked, her father ripped the dragon off her, flung it to the floor, hacked it to pieces. The news of this monstrous dragon birth and its bloody aftermath were greatly troubling to the king, and he commanded that no dragon's eggs were to be allowed in his castle. He wasn't taking any chances. He even made his brother send his dragon egg to Dragonstone to get it away. Don't want them around. But interestingly, it did not stop the tradition of putting dragon eggs into cradles, because at this time there was a real scarcity of dragons. They really hoped that putting them in the cradle would work. Little Egg, who we're going to meet on A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the new spin-off coming sometime this year, he and his brothers, they all were given dragon eggs in the cradle. We just got this incredible artwork. Let me get out of the way. This is for the 2026 A Song of Ice and Fire calendar, and it's going to be Dunk and Egg themed, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. And there's Egg with his egg. The Targaryens just clung to hope that one of these eggs would hatch and it could begin a new era of dragons. But that never happened. There was like 150 years where there were no dragons, not until the time of Daenerys Targaryen.